Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Scout Manny coming to you from my home here in Columbus tonight. I want to thank all my loyal viewers for tuning out there in YouTube land, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I got the news and the notes. I'm just going to get right into it. Buckeye Nation, I've got some bad news. Ohio State quarterback Braxton Miller is out for the rest of the season after suffering a after suffering another shoulder injury while throwing short passes on Monday during the practice. While with the team, with the team, Ohio State confirmed that Miller will miss the entire season. Tapped as a preseason Heisman Trophy contender, Miller's injury ended the hope for him. So now the new quarterback for OSU is going to be J.T. Barrett, and the hopes are in his hands now. Ohio State was ranked number 5 in the preseason polls and was expected to be in conversation for the national championship. Now, according to the odds makers in Las Vegas, Ohio State had a 10-1 odds before Miller's injury. Now they have fallen to 18-1. But despite his injury, 48% of the people who voted on the ESPN Sports Nation poll say they are still in contention for the Big Ten title. So there is some hope for Ohio State. The new quarterback, J.T. Barrett, I hope everything goes well for him. Braxton, I hope you return soon, bud, because I would love to see you come back for another year. I was actually talking to someone last night, and he said Braxton's done at Ohio State despite all this. Some people are saying he's going to go pro. I'm going to hold off on making that assumption. I'm going to hold off on that for now. I'm not going to try to do anything wild and crazy. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens from there. But I don't think Braxton is going to go pro just yet. I think he's going to come back next year, and maybe he'll be stronger and better than ever. Browns coach Mike Pettine and his staff are ready to discuss the roster for the Cleveland Browns, but however, they are not ready to name a starting quarterback as of yet. Coach Pettine did not commit to Brian Hoyer or rookie Johnny Manziel as the starting quarterback, but that could change after he meets this evening with his coaching staff. So, the next Browns preseason game is against the Rams on Saturday. Who will get the start? We don't know. But Johnny Manziel and Brian Hoyer are still competing for the starting job, so we'll have to wait and see what happens from there. With everything that's going on right now with the Browns organization, I mean, Johnny Manziel, I don't know if he can stay out of trouble or not. Brian Hoyer, we're going to see what happens with him. And we'll have to wait. I will be watching the preseason game on Saturday as well to see what happens from there. I mean, we've lost 2 preseason games already. We lost to the Redskins 24-23 the other night. Johnny Manziel did not look that impressive to me at all. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. And speaking of Johnny Manziel, I've got some more interesting news. And speaking of Johnny Manziel, he just cannot escape the controversy. Less than a week after showing up late for a team meeting, he flipped off the Washington Redskins bench. Manziel, of course, is facing a fine, and now his maturity is now being called into question. He was only 7 for 16 for 65 yards and a touchdown against the Redskins. He did not look impressive to me at all, and I mean he was looking real bad. We lost 24-23, so that's basically all you Cleveland Browns fans need to know. So the question is, should Manziel be fined? 74% of the people who voted at ESPN Sports Nation said yes. So what do you think? Do you think Manziel should be fined? I say yes. How much? I say about $20,000-$25,000 at least just to start to let him know that this is not going to be tolerated. Roger Goodell needs to crack down on stuff like this. If he's going to he better start cracking down now. Because if this keeps going, he's going to be known as he might as well. He's being a prick. He's being a jerk is what he's doing. I mean, Manziel, he comes out of Texas A&M. He does all this stupid stuff. The Browns draft him. He can't keep his head in check. He's got to basically give the one-finger salute to the Redskins, which is something they're not going to forget. If they play each other during the season, look out. Johnny Manziel, you're going to have a target on your back, and you're going to turn somebody the wrong way if you don't straighten up your act. And I've got some baseball scores here tonight. I have been waiting around to see what was going to happen with the Cubs and the Giants. I mean, the last I knew, they were still in about a 4-hour rain delay after a 20-minute rainstorm. I mean, the Wrigley Field grounds crew had one heck of a time trying to pull the tarpaulin onto the field. They kept getting stuck, and the field was totally drenched. They tried to mop the field. They tried to They tried to use leaf blowers to try to dry the field off. I mean, umpires are saying that the playing conditions were not playable. We've been waiting around for over 4 hours now. I decided I'm not going to wait on the Cubs Giants score. You'll probably get that later. You'll probably get to see that on SportsCenter or somewhere down the road. But here are the other scores for tonight. Miami beat Texas 4-3 and 10 tonight. The Tigers were winners tonight over Tampa Bay 6-5, and they went extra innings. They played 11 tonight. Baltimore beat the White Sox 5-1. Houston beat the Astros beat the Yankees 7-4 tonight. The Brewers beat the Blue Jays 6-1 tonight. The Indians were winners tonight over the Minnesota Twins 7-6. The Cardinals beat the Reds 5-4. Kansas City beat Colorado 7-4 tonight. Oakland beat the Mets 6-2. The Dodgers beat the Padres tonight 8-6. Washington beat Arizona tonight 8-1. Seattle beat Philadelphia 5-2. Atlanta beat Pittsburgh 11-3. And the Angels beat the Red Sox 4-3. Excuse me. And as far as division leaders go, the AL East, the lead belongs to Baltimore by 8.5 over the Yankees. The LA Angels now all of a sudden have the best record in baseball. They lead the American League West, and the American League Central is being dominated by the Kansas City Royals. The National League East. In the National League East, the Nationals lead the Braves, the Dodgers lead the West, and the Brewers lead the Central by 2.5 over St. Louis. And now I've got the wild card standings. It shows the last check, the wild card, the number one wild card spot goes to Oakland. The number 2 spot right now belongs to Detroit, with Seattle third. So as the playoffs are to begin right now, Oakland and Detroit would both be in the playoffs with the wild card. And under the National League, it would be St. Louis in first, has the number 1 wild card. And San Francisco has the number 2 wild card spot. And in third, not that far back, is the Atlanta Braves. So if the playoffs were to begin right now in the National League, the Cardinals and the Giants would clinch the wild card spots. So that is what's basically going on right now. But folks, on a more personal note, you know, with the Ice Bucket Challenge going on for ALS, using Lou Gehrig's disease for research, a lot of people have taken the Ice Bucket Challenge, from LeBron James to Bob Shepherd to Ethel Kennedy to Renee Felice Smith and Vera Foe of NCIS Los Angeles. So tomorrow morning, yours truly has decided to take up the challenge. Tomorrow morning, I will be back here on YouTube, and you're going to see me get an ice bucket, and I will throw it over my head. And after that, I will challenge somebody, or I will challenge you, or I will challenge somebody tomorrow. I have decided I am going to go ahead with it. I know somebody's probably not going to like me too much I don't know if the person's going to like me, or I don't know who I'm going to challenge yet, but I have a pretty good idea who that is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And I just want to let you know, for all my loyal viewers out there, if you have a comment, if you have any questions, if you want to drop me a line, if you agree with me or you do not disagree with me, drop me a line. I would love to hear from you. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Google+. So until tomorrow night, or until tomorrow morning, this is Scott Manning saying good night, good luck, and thank you. And I thank you